So you just mentioned about how if someone's used to processed foods and then you start introducing live enzymes, which changes what's happening in the digestive tract. Sometimes they feel worse before they feel better. They kind of get sick, which leads people to believe. I've heard people say things like that. They're like, "Oh, I can't eat vegetables. I'm allergic to them."
Right.
But their regular diet is horrible, and that's somehow they're responding, quote unquote, better to those foods. So what is exactly, if it's just detox, like just talk a little bit about that, like what's happening when people go from lots of sugar, processed foods, to plants, better foods, raw enzymes.
Right. It's real simple. Our bodies are wired and designed to get energy and to sustain life on food. That's the number one most important thing. So when you have, say, a raw apple or a piece of lettuce that hasn't been cooked, there are enzymes in those foods that help you break down those foods. The more you cook your meat, the harder it is to digest. The least you cook your meat, the easier it is to digest. But unfortunately, vegetables are just the opposite. The more you cook your vegetables, the easier they are to digest. And the least you cook the vegetables, the harder they are to digest, simply because we are omnivores. We're not herbivores. We're not meant to be vegan or vegetarian. So God has not put the enzymes in our digestive tract through our pancreas that helps us break down plant foods. There's no enzyme called cellulase which breaks down cellulose, which is plant fiber. Whereas a cow has several stomachs and it naturally produces the enzyme cellulase, so a cow can eat a vegetable product and break it down properly and digest it. That's why we always recommend to eat grass-fed meat and do grass-fed dairy, because the cow is digesting those nutrients in the plants that we can't digest directly. And so when you get those dairy products or those meats from strictly grass-fed animals,